Hello everyone, today we are unboxing another Set D toys, and this time we are going to unbox the Iron Man Mark V. The Iron Man Mark V comes from the Iron Man 2 movies, back in 2010 if I am correct. And in that particular movie, there were actually 3 Iron Man appeared in one movie, that is Iron Man Mark IV, Mark V, and Mark VI. And today we are unboxing Mark V, which appeared in the early stage of the movie when Tony Stark confronted the Whip Splash at the race course. And like all the other Set D toys boxes, it comes in a red cardboard box. When you open the box from the center, you can see there is a cardboard of Mark V standing in the middle. And then underneath is the Iron Man Mark V itself. Alright, before we all get started, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get all the instant notification of my new video uploads. Now back to the unboxing. After opening the box, you can see there is a cardboard of Mark V in the middle of the box. And then underneath it, of course, is the Iron Man Mark V figure itself. And also, this time they are including a suitcase together as an accessories. And then on the second layer, they are the accessories, hand gestures, firing effects, and also the display stand. I believe these accessories like hand gestures, firing effects, and display stand are now becoming a standard for all of the Set D toys Iron Man figures. I think it is always a good idea to include the display stand. I believe it is not a very expensive accessories to manufacture or to produce, but indeed it is a very essential accessories if you have to display your Iron Man figure in different poses like flying pose. And I believe it is also a very good idea to print the label of Iron Man Mark V on the display stand as well. And now, of course, one of the main features of this Iron Man Mark V from the other Iron Man Mark IV, Mark VI, or Mark II or Mark III is of course the suitcase. When I'm taking a closer look at this suitcase, I think that the quality and also the details of this suitcase is actually quite good. There is not any articulation from this suitcase, but it is replicating most of the details from the movie. Now let's take out the Iron Man Mark V figure itself. First of all, I'm putting it in a museum pose, no any accessories, no any crazy poses, not flying or whatsoever. And later on in this video, we are going to compare it with all the other Set D toys Iron Man Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV, Mark VI, and then also we are going to do a comparison with the SHF figure arts. Now taking a closer look at this Iron Man Mark V, you can see that the body proportion of this figure is actually quite good. And I think this is one of the features that is inherited from all the other Set D toys Iron Man figures. You can see that from the front and to the back, all the details are there. And Set D toys is actually getting a very good balance between the body proportion and also the level of articulation. That means that the figures from Set D toys is looking good from different angles and also having a good level of articulation so that you get both good looks and also good articulation. As you can see here, the arms can be folded more than 90 degrees, and also the leg is having a decent amount of articulation of over 90 degrees as well. And yes, of course, we are going to put it into the super landing pose so that you can see the level of articulation is more than enough for you to do poses like this. But in fact, correct me if I am wrong, that all of the Set D toys Iron Man figures has no problem doing these super landing poses. On Facebook groups, I see that some of the comments is saying that the Set D toys articulation is not enough. But for me, any figures that can do super landing poses is having articulation that is more than enough. And now I'm changing it into another poses with the firing effects from the repulsor blast. And speaking of which, I think that Iron Man Mark V is one of the suits that has the best suit up process, from picking up the suit and stepping onto the suitcase to activate the suit up process. What about you? Which is your favorite Iron Man suit up scene? Let me know in the comment section below. And now here, I'm also showing you more of the details of the suit. And meanwhile, let me talk a little bit about the price. I pre-ordered this Iron Man Mark V in Hong Kong at around 150 Hong Kong dollars, that is around 20 US dollars. I'm also mentioning the US dollars, it's because last time in the comment section of Iron Man Mark VI, someone mentioned whether I mixed up with the currency. But in fact, no, I really did order it at 150 Hong Kong dollars, that is 20 US dollars. But of course, if you are ordering from different part of the world, the price may be a little bit different, as you have to also consider the transportation cost. Alright, now in this part of the video, I'm also going to compare it with other ZD Toys Iron Man figures, and then later on I'm going to compare it with the SH Figuarts. First of all, comparing it with the Mark II, I think on the silver finishing, I think there is a little bit difference from the Mark V and the Mark II. I'm not sure if the camera can catch the differences because the difference is really subtle, and I think the Mark II is a little bit more grey, and on the Iron Man Mark V, the silver part is more like silver. And then when we are also comparing it with the Mark IV and the Mark VI I recently reviewed it, the red is basically the same, shiny, and it is also in bright red. And some of you asked on the comment section last time on Mark VI video, where is the head sculpt coming from? So in this video, I'm also putting up this head sculpt for you to have a look. And this is a head sculpt that is produced by a studio called Manipo Studio that I found on Taobao.com. So basically it is just like a Chinese eBay or a Chinese Amazon. And yes, this head sculpt is specifically produced by Manipo Studio for the ZD Toys Iron Man figures. And as you can see, they have also produced a head sculpt for SH Figuarts, which is a little bit smaller. And I also bought this head sculpt for the SH Figuarts from their official store in Taobao.com. It is really easy to find it, you just need to log on to the Taobao.com and search for Manipo Studio. And now as you can see, I'm also comparing it with the SH Figuarts Iron Man Mark 85 Battle Damaged. But you can see there is a big difference, especially on the red color. Yes, you may say that this Battle Damage Iron Man Mark 85 red color is a little bit dark due to the fact that it is battle damaged. But actually in general, when you are talking about SH Figuarts red color, they are in dark red color on average instead of in bright red color you see on the ZD Toys Iron Man figures. Apart from the color differences, you can also see that there is an obvious difference in terms of the size. And standing on the far right is the SH Figuarts Iron Man Mark 85. And as you can see, the size difference is quite obvious. So if you are a collector of SH Figuarts, there may be a little bit problem if you are standing all these ZD Toys figures together with the SH Figuarts. But as you can see, I am slowly growing up my collection of the ZD Toys instead of the SH Figuarts. So to me, it is not a big problem, especially I'm now giving up most of my Iron Man figures from SH Figuarts and growing to the ZD Toys instead. But to be honest, I would say that SH Figuarts has their strength and also their weaknesses when you are comparing with the ZD Toys. They are strong in articulation and they are better in the quality control. But at the same time, SH Figuarts is rising their prices too rapidly in the past few years. Without a big improvement in terms of the product innovations, the price of one SH Figuarts now is easily triple of the ZD Toys. But for instance, if you are taking a look at the SH Figuarts head sculpt, there is not much of an improvement. So that as you can see, I am also ordering extra accessories from Manipo Studio to perfect out this SH Figuarts Iron Man. So which one do you prefer? One SH Figuarts Iron Man figure or 3 ZD Toys Iron Man figures? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, that's it for this video. If you like this video, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.